Hi friends, it's Annie Grace and I am answering questions. I'm the author of This Naked Mind. First of all, apologies for not being online answering questions for the last few days. I had a bit of a sick kid at home, so I was not on Facebook. But I'm back and I have a little bit of a backlog of questions. So first of all, that's very exciting for me because I love having questions. I definitely will keep answering as long as people keep asking. And if you are in queue, I apologize that I haven't gotten to them sooner. Usually I like to answer in just a day or two, but it's been a bit longer right now. So anyway, the question today comes from Anonymous, and she wants to know, or he wants to know, the question is, it's been almost a month for me, which is great, and I couldn't have done it without your help, so thank you so much. My question is, when will this spare tire go away on my belly? Ha ha. I figured without all those empty calories, it would be pretty much gone by now. Did it take a while to notice any changes? Thanks. And yeah, I experienced some pretty rapid weight loss. I'd say in the first 45 to 60 days, I lost about 12 pounds. And then I'd say that I started doing things like I like an indulgence, and I didn't want something that was addictive, but I definitely, like, if we were going out to dinner with a bunch of friends or something and I wasn't going to be drinking, I wanted something that really tasted good. And so it took me a while. Like now I just drink like a soda with cranberry or even just water or iced tea. But at first I was drinking like tonic and lime, and that has still a lot of calories. So I didn't, notice things quite as fast. And so I actually kind of put on a little weight after the first 2 months. And then the other thing I would do is I would also indulge myself with dessert. So I'd have a dessert kind of after dinner and whatnot. And I still do that. And let's be honest, I'm just going to do that because I feel like, good for me. Like I've done some really big positive changes in my life. And, if I want to indulge with sugar on occasion, then, definitely I think that's something that I'm going to do. So I'd say that I probably lost about 12 to 15 pounds, and I probably gained about 10 of them back. So it was kind of like down, and then over the next year kind of evened out and kind of came back. So I think it is true there are so many empty calories in alcohol that most people who do stop drinking do see in the first few months some weight loss. But I also think, one of the things that I was doing when I was drinking heavily was I was drinking so much that I was full and I wasn't eating. And I found out like about a year after I had stopped drinking that there's actually a word for that. It's called alcoholorexia. And it's basically women who are consuming so many calories in alcohol that their bodies think they're full. And so they're not getting enough calories in real food, which is really kind of a weird thing and a bit of a tangent, not answering the question. But I guess, my answer is that I think it's just different for everybody. And one thing that, since I knew I wanted my indulgence, since I knew I wanted a treat, I decided that I was just going to try to find a way to take up some exercise because I hadn't been exercising very much at all. I'd been in this crazy job and traveling and just having pretty much, whatever, I'm sure it's an excuse, but not enough time to exercise. And I needed something that didn't really feel like exercise. So my husband and I ended up taking up martial arts, Taekwondo, and that was really good because it's something that's kind of like in an area of growth. You're always looking forward to the next thing. You're learning new things. It's very mental. I've heard a lot of people take up yoga, which is another thing that's really mental, helps with your focus. And that helped, I think, to kind of balance things out because it was a bit of a yo-yo. It wasn't just this. It was kind of instantaneous weight loss, which was positive reinforcement, but then it was, kind of just settling into things. And I think that's how it often is. But I realize that my experience, isn't necessarily the norm. So what I wanted to do with this question is just like open it up. So to anybody who's willing to comment or wanting to comment, what type of weight loss did you experience? Did you experience any? Did it come back? How long did it take? And do you have any tips, especially, for losing the spare tire or for expectations around doing this great thing, stopping drinking? And should we be expecting weight loss? I think yes, to some degree we should, but I also think, being realistic and definitely realizing that there's probably a lot of things that go into it. So anyway, if anybody would like to comment on this question, I would love to hear from other people. So anyway, that's me, and I'll be getting through the backlog of questions this week, which I'm really excited to do. There's some really cool stuff that's been coming. So have a great day. Thanks.